The following is a presentation of W.O.N Sports, America's home of champions.
Hello and welcome to Candlepins for Cancer, live from Bowl-O-Rama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. All season long, we will be hosting stepladder tournaments to raise money for bowlers and their families to help them against the costs of fighting this terrible disease. To donate or take part, go to candlepins4cancer.com as you see it on your screen. Today, Candlepins for Cancer is pleased to present the stars of a special exhibition match between Shawn Baker and Chris Sargent. And here with the call of this matchup, your host, Paul Grant.
Thank you, Greg. Gouillart Bob Lee with us also. We're here with Chris Sargent to my right, Shawn Baker to our left, two Candlepin giants in the game. Shawn Baker from Haverhill, Mass. Chris Sargent from Haverhill, Mass. Shawn, tell the viewers who don't know about you, how you got started in Candlepin bowling, and maybe a couple of your accomplishments you're the most proud of.
Just you know, parents bring me to the lanes when I was a little guy, and just, you know, obviously loved it and everything else, and been doing it forever. Accomplishments, just, you know, being able to do this for this long and keep doing it. You know, it's a great game, and that's about it, really.
We get the World Tournament start this week too.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It's always fun. You know, we made a lot of friends from Canada over the years. I'm glad they're back down. It's been a few years with COVID and whatnot, but looking forward to it, and it should be fun.
Hey, it's Greg Gouillart. The audio will be back in just a minute or two, but it gives me a brief moment to further introduce our broadcast to you before we begin. Firstly, Paul asked Chris Sargent about how he got started in bowling. Sargent mentioned that he actually didn't start out in love with bowling. Hockey was his first passion. He played that through college and really didn't start bowling seriously until age 22. You'll hear about all his bevy of achievements since then throughout the broadcast, including rolling a high single game of 245 in 2011. Only one man, Ralph Sem, has scored as high, and nobody has scored more, let alone 300. A fun fact, at the same time as this exhibition match, Chris's daughter is participating in the International Candlepin Bowling Association's Youth Tournament, which is also why our match is being played on a single lane today to ensure separation between the events. Let's get started. Normal audio will be restored after the first 2 frames, with appreciation for your patience. As always, aside from raising money for the fight against cancer, we're here to play Candlepin, our form of bowling found in the northeast of North America. If you've seen big ball bowling, it scores and plays exactly the same, except that you get 3 small balls instead of 2 big ones. We're still after strikes and spares, but they're harder to get here, so getting as close to 10 as possible on the third ball is fundamental. Here's Shawn Baker's first frame. The pin's mixing, and 10-pin falls down for a strike, and he's off and running. So you'll see it on the scoreboard there, 10 pins and 2 triangles to indicate the strike, and that black number increments to 1 to indicate the first box rolled. The other difference in this game is that pins on the plate stay on the plate, and they're not swept away. As long as you don't throw a gutter ball, it's live wood you can use however you'd like on the next shot. Today we're playing 3 games, total pinfall wins, and with that, here is Shawn Baker's second frame. Here's Baker on lane 9, hits the head pin this time. Now it's a bit of a thinner hit, strikes are very difficult to get in this game, though you wouldn't know that from that first shot. So his first frame will score 10 plus the value of his next 2 balls, which is 9. So you'll see that 9 update. He is 19 through the first frame. And now that all-important third ball, which collects a 10 and brings him up to 29 through 2. And with that, the normal audio should be restoring any moment now. There we are. Got the sound on screen now. Apologies, folks. Baker, 9 fill and a 10 box.
Chris Sargent, nice ball strike! Both start the match out with the strikes. Wow!
I was expecting that. 2 powerful bowlers. And
2 of some of the greatest bowlers of all time here today.
And some great pin action.
Crossing over, 6.
Yeah, just a little thin on that head pin, but not bad at all.
Chris from Haverhill, Mass. Nice ball, let go, yes! Spare on strike, what a start! 20 through 1, 30 in the ball through 2, wow!
40 miles an hour on that shot.
Basically hasn't bowled really in 4 years. Bowled once last year in the exhibition round. Baker right down the middle. Breaks the spread eagle. The 247, great piece of wood in front. That's the fun thing about Candlepin bowling, playing the wood. A strike 9 and a 10, his first 2 boxes.
Which should make it easier, but he still has to hit the pin.
He missed it left, he knew it.
Now, if the wood were in front of that pin, of course, it would have been an easier shot there. 39 miles an hour on that shot, though.
10 box, 39 through 3. 5 for 5 combined for both bowls and the head pin. That's a great sign. 72% is the average for pro bowlers on the object pin.
And of course, big ball 10-pin bowlers will wonder why the fast straight shot is there. It's the best way to improve accuracy, especially on a lane that's minimal to no oil.
Back in the head pin, strike! His second strike!
The pins are flying, kid.
The fast house. And they're both bringing it here in the morning.
Well,
that's like the great game of Candlepin bowling.
Well, it's daylight saving time ending as we record this, so thank goodness everyone got the extra hour of sleep and got here on time.
Chris Sargent drills the head pin, but a 2-2 split. The 4-7 left, the 6-10 on the right. 42 through 3, up 3 in the string. Try to kick it over. Good try. Couldn't get that wood to quite twirl into the 6 and 10. Great offer. Nice 10 box. Perfect string of Candlepin bowling is all 10 spares and strikes.
Both of them on that right now, Paul.
Correction, 36 through 2, 46 through 3 in the score. It's box to box. He's up 7 right now. He's up against a strike from Shawn Baker. He has the Candlepin bowling record with Ralph Sem, 245 high single. That's the highest recorded in Candlepin bowling.
300 is mathematically possible, but of course astronomically unlikely. But one fateful day at Metro Bowl in Peabody, Chris Sargent got up there.
The 245 spare. What a start. 56 in the ball through 4. He's up 7, both on a mark. Shawn Baker on a strike here in lane 9.
If you watched our last show with the first open stepladder, you know how amazing these scores can be. And we had the best of the best at that tournament as well. And again, the pins are flying early.
Baker crossing over, bang! Double strike! Wow! 69 plus bonus balls. Incredible start here in Portsmouth. W.O.N affiliates, if you're out in New England, come on, check out in Maine, Nova Scotia area, come on, check out Candlepin bowling. Nothing like it. First head pin hit, missed. Read the bowler.
Yeah, washouts are usually more frequent than this, but not with these two.
Hit the head pin on the nose, too full. Leaves up the 2 and the 4. 28 in the first strike, 84 half. He gets a 10.
Yeah, now I got it right.
94 through 6. Outstanding. That is phenomenal in Candlepin. Average around 120 nowadays. Shawn Baker overall. At a 130 average. Before in the past. Chris Sargent on a spare. Crossing over. 9! 9 pin left up. 65 half down through 4.
65 through 4.
65 through 4, down 1 right now, box to box. For another spare. Got it. Who needs the wood? Skillful shot there.
If you play the wood on the cap, it might not necessarily go. And as the balls are flying and the pins are flying too, we should quickly get a word in edgewise about why we're here today for Candlepins for Cancer. It's a charity that benefits families and bowlers and their families in need of financial support against the costs of this trying disease.
On the bonus, another head pin hit. 8.
83 half.
The 9 and the 10, 3 pieces of wood. This is the fun part about Candlepin bowling, playing that wood on the deck.
He's got it angled there. I'll complete my plug in just a moment, but let's see how this mark works
half.
out.
Sweeping over. Oh, good try. Got robbed.
Yeah, sidewall bounce didn't work for him.
Sometimes too much wood can hurt you.
Yeah. For those of you who are able to take help by donating or taking part somehow, log on to candlepins4cancer.com. The link is on screen there.
He doinks the wood for 9, 92 through 6. What a start! 94, 92 through 6. Amazing. Only one pin left in the deck so far.
Between the two bowlers, that's rare.
Shawn Baker with 3 strikes to a double here in this first 6 boxes. Goes left. The 1, 3, and the 7. This will not be easy. It is makeable. A little more challenging.
Scores are correct as you see them on your screen, folks.
Looks good off the wall, almost. What a try. His high single is 213. High triple of 493. High 5-7, 93. 10 box, 103. Make that 104 through 7.
Still on perfection right now. 3 strikes, 0 spares. An unusual scoreline.
Candlepin uses box instead of frame. For those in the W.O.N Network watching across the country. Baker back in the head pin. I call it a banana split. You got the 4-7 left, the 6-10 on the right.
Double pinochle, big 4. Yep, 10 frames in a game, 10 boxes in a string. It's all the same.
6 for 8 on the head pin so far here in the first of 3. He's got wood to help. You kick it over. Good try.
About the best you can do with that. There's rare potential to possibly jump it off the right tip, but unfortunately couldn't come back from the full delivery on the first shot.
The 6 and the 10 splits the uprights for a 10. 112 through 114 through 8. Chris Sargent now 2 so far here in the first of 3. Paul Grant, Gouillart Bob Lee with you here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Please subscribe free on YouTube to Candlepin Bowling Network. That's Candlepin Bowling Network, free on YouTube. Chris Sargent on fire also.
Oh boy.
7 for 7 the head pin.
But look at this leave here.
The 4 to the left, the 5 to the right. Just being kicked that wood over. Oh, he got it! Wow, what a shot for a spare! Sensational!
Had to utilize the side wall, and you have to place the ball in the right spot. He got it to bounce back, and that's how the 4 topples into the 5. Incredible.
4 spares, 1 strike. 102 in the ball through 7. On the bonus, first time missing the head pin, he's got the post. 5 on the fill, 107 through 7, up 3 in the string.
Now he's a favored to take the lead here.
What a match so far, Greg. On the object pin, got the 4 horseman. Couldn't get to the 10. On his object pin again. Shawn Baker, no spares but 3 strikes, including a double. Chris Sargent right on for a 10. 117 through 8.
That should be 10. 117.
117, 114. Chris Sargent up by 3. Both balls for the first time you could say are open, not on a spare or strike. Final 2 boxes, first string. Shawn Baker goes left, has a break. The 1, 3, and the 7. Had this earlier, almost made it.
The angle's consistent. You gotta between the 1 and the 3 though.
Try to go outside the head pin, missed it.
There is an argument for trying to get the ball to go across.
And he gets a 9. 123 through 9. Shawn's high 10, 1508, high 20, 2708. 6 Pro Tour titles, 2 Easter Classic titles, over 50 television appearances. Just off to the right, and look at this lead, it'd be not easy. A 1, 4, 7, 10.
Including another TV appearance against Chris Sargent during Stars and Strikes with Dick Lutz and Mike Moore, and Mike's here in the building today.
Oh, what a try, almost! That would have brought the house down.
Yeah. Chris Sargent won the match before that in the stepladder to get to Shawn Baker. His opponent in that match, Bart Medeiros.
He runs Bowl-O-Rama here in Portsmouth. Baker doinks it for a 9. 132, first string. And he did with 3 strikes and no spares.
And 2 pins left standing the entire time. A lot of bowlers in the Pro League and Atlantic Candlepin Single Store usually will leave about a pin a box in the upper tier.
Chris Sargent has the high-low jack, the 1-7-10. He made this shot on TV going against Jack Ray, winning that match, and hit the 1-7-10 jackpot for over $7,000.
That's right. It was a contest for a progressive jackpot that grew and grew on the highest rated Candlepin bowling show ever, still to date.
Off to the left, he's up to 1 in the 10. 3-string total format, no points involved. Chris's high triple is 530 as he gets an 8. 125 through 9 up 2, box to box. Shawn Baker with the 132 first string. His overall average was 131 during his playing days, of 141 in the Sunday Pro League at Park Place Lanes in Wyndham, New Hampshire, near the Salem, New Hampshire border. Back in the pocket, the 5 to the right, the 4-7 left, a couple of pieces of wood to work with.
There's 40 miles per hour. You see it again there.
He has a high 5 of 808 and numerous 700s. Well, go, not quite. Would bounce beyond the 5. Good effort.
700 for 5 games, that's right.
That's right. 5-string is pretty good.
Run it down, buddy, run it down.
10, 135 first string. So 2 more to go. Chris Sargent 135, Shawn Baker 132. Second string will start in just a moment on Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports in New York momentarily.
Trick or treat! Wait till you hear what just happened.
Shawn Baker coming off a 132, down 3 in the match. Second of 3 strings about to start. Greg, great first string, exciting.
Always a treat. Remember, like a lot of pro averages hover around 120s usually tops, so both of those bowlers above average. You'll see the total pinfall at the top of your screen updating.
Shawn Baker started match with a strike in the first and a double strike later in that half. Drops 9.
That was a close one. You got a thin hit on that head pin there.
Single pins convert about 72% for Pro Bowls Wood stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. That won't count. Tough break out of the gutter. -1, so a 9 blocks to start the second of 3.
Gutter balls never count, unfortunately.
He has the world record in doubles with Jack Ray. New Hampshire doubles title with Bill Treeful. Multiple New Hampshire and Massachusetts state titles. He bowls a lucky strike in the World Tournament coming starting tomorrow in Haverhill, Massachusetts, Academy Lanes.
Look at this.
The biggest house around. Tough lead here. In the middle is the 5 and the 9. 7-10 corner. And look at this, the 7, 9, and 10. Pick your favorite pin here, Greg.
It's been a while since we've seen the other side of Candlepin bowling, where you think you got it buried in the pocket, but unfortunately, the pins just don't cooperate.
So it ends with an 8 for a 17 start through 2. The second of 3.
But you have to take your medicine sometimes and throw the other balls, because if you don't, you just get a 6 box there.
Chris Sargent, a fierce competitor, former police officer. High 10 of 1486. Al Johnson owns the Candlepin record of 10 strings of 1525. Sargent has the hay bale, the pack of 5. These go about 31%, Greg, for Pro Bowls Wood. Stats again by Candlepin Bowling Network. Please subscribe free on YouTube to Candlepin Bowling Network. These up 3, they'll call the half Worcester left. The 2, 8, and the 5. Tell the story about the half Worcester, Greg, after this ball. Eight box, slow start for both bowlers here.
Chipped out.
It's down 1 in the string, up 2 in the match.
Chipped out the 2 pin there. The story of the half Worcester. There was a match between Boston and Worcester, and the Worcester bowler on the 10th box, where he needed a strong finish to win, unfortunately punched out either the 2-8 or the 3-9, and one of the Boston bowlers jeered, "Hey, you're halfway back to Worcester."
They're kind of stuck. Parallel pins here. A sea of wood. That's the 5-9, the 6-10 to the right.
I've been in Massachusetts all my life. Candlepin is a quintessentially New England game, but my New England accent is terrible.
Nice try, huh? Oh, it does go! Wow, what a shot for a spare!
Thank you.
18 the ball through 2. They'll take it.
He gave quite the look as he fist bumps Shawn Baker. Always good sportsmanship between Candlepin bowlers.
These guys have a lot of respect. They bowled once on TV together. And it was all Chris Sargent that day. 497 to 375 win for Chris Sargent. Baker, ugly leaf here, the 4-7, the 9 to the right. Chris Sargent a 193, a 124, and a 180. Just 6 scores. Sickening, isn't it? 193 to 180.
Absolutely outrageous in the context of this game. 200, if you're wondering, is super rare as well.
And 500 for 3 strings is also. Baker trying to kick it over. What a try.
And Chris Sargent darn near threw a 500. He threw a 493 the last time he faced Shawn Baker.
Baker at 9, slow start. 26 through 3 in the second of 3 from Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Bob Lee, our executive producer on the radar gun, you saw the speeds are pretty much consistent for these bowlers. Another 39-mile-an-hour shot for Baker, 40 miles an hour for Sargent. That's up there in terms of speeds.
Shawn from Lynn, Mass, originally, now Haverhill, Mass. 4th block, 2nd string. And he has the 1 and the 10. Generous lead, but not easy, but makeable.
That's right. You got to cut it diagonally here, but it's not the worst angle in the world.
For a spare. Oh, he got it. Nice shot.
Did you see the way that pin bounced on the deck? What a powerful shot.
36 in the ball through 4 here in the second. And Chris Sargent, right now, up 1 in the string, plus a bonus ball here, up 4 in the match.
He's basically up a mark. If you consider Shawn Baker's double strike basically gave him 2. It's still 6 marks to 5 in effect. And
on the bonus, crossing over, strike, on spare, wow!
Oh, I'm sorry, 7 marks to 5. I got to update these statistics in a jiffy.
28 through 2, 38 plus 2 through 3.
3 drop last, mix them up.
He's bowled 13 strings in 4 years. And he's bowling like he's on Channel 5 again. Second strike of the match. This time he's 2 full. A 4-1 split, the 2 to the left. He has the 3-6-10 to the right, and behind the 3 pin in hibernation is the 9 pin.
42, he's getting higher and higher with every shot.
43 through 3. Plus these 3 here.
That's right. 46.
So 7 on the strike. Make that 45 through 3, officially. And that's with a 9.
Yeah, it should be an 8 fill and a 9 box.
The scoreboard's wrong up there. We'll fix that.
That's right, 55.
55. So right now, he's up 19, but Shawn Baker on a spare. Chris won the first, 135, 132. So that was Shawn Baker's first spare, believe it or not, Greg. 3 strikes in that first, including a double. On the head pin. Tough leave here, the 4, 7, and 10. No wood, no luck.
Sorry to be slow on the uptake, Paul, but you're absolutely right. Usually a good Candlepin string can just be a bunch of spares. Having all these strikes is incredible.
Good try, trying to split it over. The average pro bowler gets only 0.9 strikes per string and about 3.1 spares per string. Baker a field goal for an 8. 7 that fill, 43 through 4, now 51 half. Halfway through his match.
Needs a few marks to get back in it.
Bowlers are great hearts. The prize money they're giving all back to Candlepins for Cancer. To donate, Candlepins number 4cancer.com. And there is a perfect shot. Spread eagle -1. Clipped wing eagle.
That's right. Spread eagle is 3 pins on either side for a full delivery.
Trying to shoot that 2 into 3. Oh, what a shot! Wow, a spare!
And he enjoys it.
What a shot! 61 on the ball through 6.
What an incredible shot. It's so difficult to get those front parallel pins. Like the late Don Gillis would say, those parallel pins always make the shot much more difficult. That's why full spread eagles go less than 1% of the time. Incredible.
Chris Sargent drills the pocket, but look at this. You gotta be kidding me. The right side triangle, the 6, 9, and 10, the 7, 8 to the left. Now he's got a piece of wood to work with.
Which could possibly trampoline the ball. You're absolutely right.
Let's go East Coast to West Coast here. Good try, we'll go!
Get over 7.
We'll go! Wow! 2 great shots in a row!
Wow!
Paul's losing his marbles.
65 on the ball through 5.
And the bowlers are humming some marbles right now.
What a show they're putting on here, folks. On the bonus goes left. Gets 6. 1, 3, 7, 8. 71 half.
Got to be on your head pin on those fills. You've seen how they usually explode for 8 or 9, but still, good count.
Another one! Oh, so close!
Stymied by the wood that just bounced off the sidewall the wrong way. Had it gone flat against the wall, maybe it would have carried through to the 7.
He should retire more often, huh? Nice gentleman shot. 10 box. Fierce competitor. 81 through 6. He's up 20 in the string, 23 in the match. When Shawn can cut it to the teens.
Yeah, big whoop. Where's my 493?
Paul Grant, Gouillart Bob Lee with you on Candlepin Bowling Network. Please subscribe free on YouTube, the Candlepin Bowling Network. More importantly, please donate to Candlepins #4cancer.com. Any amount, $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, up to $1,000. Anyone to donate, Candlepins #4cancer.com. Baker in the on the head pin rather, 8 on the bonus.
I guess now's as good a time as any because every leave is a spare leave at this point. But
69 through 6, down 12 in the string, down 15 in the match.
But the financial relief this charity provides, it's providing money directly to bowlers and their families, essentially, in terms of timely payments that help with just about anything related to the cost of fighting this disease. So any support you all can provide is greatly appreciated.
Spare chance, you got it. Back-to-back spares. He had no spares in the first, 3 strikes. Now he's got 3 spares, no strikes in the second. 79 the ball through 7 in the second of 3 from Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
These are my 50-50s. Keep them, and if I win, give it to Candlepins.
That's wrong. He had a 9 box last.
What?
Thank you.
3-2 split, the 2-4-7 left. There's 6-10 on the right. 84 through 7. Missed the object pin that time.
Fine.
He's got the 2, the 6, and the 10. Going for all 3. And gets a beautiful shot. Nice 10. 94 through 8 here in the second of 3. Candlepins for Cancer, exhibition match.
Sorry to be slow on the uptake with the scoring. We were just making sure Chris Sargent's score was correct. It's in as 81, so 81 through 6 there. 96 through 8.
Interesting fact is he starts 81 through 6 open here. A little interesting tidbit here. Nice ball, 8, the 7 and the 9. Tough leave here. Scott Douglas had the shot in the Atlantic Candlepin single star, same position, and needed both to win the string and got it to win his brother Tim Douglas. You can watch it on Candlepin Bowling Network. Throwing shot.
In that match, a tie would have been half as good. He could have just aimed for a single, but he went aggressive.
Hit the pin instead. Okay, here you go, Greg. Check this out. His 245 high single and 221 high second single also. His 13th 200 3-string match and 13th 500 series 3 strings of all time have one thing in common. As you get to 9, 90 through 7. They all happen on Friday the 13th.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Unlucky for some. Clearly not everyone.
Sargent crosses over the 7-10. 10 pin they call it the Brooklyn side. Steve Wood to help. Uses 2.7 pound reactive U bowling balls.
Special shout outs to you watching in Brooklyn.
Oh, Mullif, what a try. His
Thanks.
first TV role, if he came in 6th place, was not eligible because he was playing hockey. And he would have given up his eligibility, but he came in 6th and missed out. But he was kind of glad in a sense at the time. Joints it for a 9, 99 through 8. So leads up is 5 in the string, 8 in the match for Chris Sargent.
Both bowlers have left 8-pin standing, throughout the match.
Chris Sargent, 2 world singles titles, 2-time team worlds titles. They're starting this week at Academy Lanes, Haverhill, Mass.
What a tough life playing too many sports.
Shawn Baker prevented Chris Sargent from winning 5 20-string Easter Classic titles. Chris had won 2 in a row. Shawn beat him year 3, and then Chris won 2 more. So Chris 4 to 5 years. Baker, nice try.
Spare a thought, pardon the pun, on how tough 20 games is. I mean, Candlepin having to throw the balls at the high speed you've seen them here and having to keep that up for 20 games. That's a format that brings out some consistent champions.
9 box, 103 through 9, the second of 3.
Including most recently Chris Merrill, who's gone back-to-back. A Maine bowler.
A lot of great bowlers in Maine.
And you see plenty of them on our channel, Candlepin Bowling Network, on Facebook and YouTube.
Shawn Baker crossing over, 7. The 3-9 to the right, the 5 to the left. This is not simple. Less than 50% success rate on these shots. Very capable of doing it, though. He chops out the half wrist to right, the 3 and 9.
Second time he's done that, I believe, right? Yeah. Unlucky.
So a little letdown above his average, and the string about his average. Actually, end up below his average, a string 112.
But this is something that Bob Lee has mentioned, how you can be just the slightest bit off in your angle of approach there. If you're basically, I think he said like 1 full degree off, you land in a channel, basically.
132, 112 for Shawn Baker, 244 for 2. Chris Sargent, thin hit here. 1 piece of wood behind. And the 3-pin. Tight battle here in Portsmouth. Just off to the right. These are the 1, 4, and the 7. Conventional thinking is you go for the 2 short pins here on the left, unless you need all 3 to win. And he did, but he found the hole. That's what I do. I threw in the middle all the time. Couldn't decide whether to go for the 1 or the 2. 7 box.
Nothing's truly a safe shot in this game.
That'd be a 106 through 9 of 3 in the string, 6 in the match. 1 string to go after this. Another tough lead. He's got wood to help. The 7, the 8, and the 9. Thrilling match here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. 22-lane facility, arcades. Object pin won't go.
And right off Route 1 bypass in New Hampshire.
So it's a fireworks first string. They calm down a little bit here in the second. Nice 10. 116 second string. 135, 116, 251 through 2. So with 1 string to go, Chris Sargent from Haverhill, Mass, 251. Shawn Baker from Haverhill, Mass, 244. 7-pin lead. We'll start a 3rd string here in just a moment.
Hold on, whoever you are. I'm here to rescue you. Welcome to my world.
You've made a big mistake. Big mistake. Attempting to come in here and kill Kara Kent.
What? Kara Kent? Who's that? Are you crazy?
Hold it right there. You imposter.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not the imposter, you are.
This is my world. I don't think so. Stop right there, imposter.
Listen, you string idiot. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not the imposter. I'm the real Superwoman. You're the imposter.
Me? Why you? You are a very brave and stupid woman. You've crossed the line. You insulted my intelligence and invaded my area. The people in this world who cross me get punished in the most brutal and lethal way. You're going to find out that I mean business. Hello, Captain. Super Lady here. Listen, I need you to do me a big favor. It involves taking out the trash that has no business being here in town.
behalf of Al Johnson, the owner of Candlepins for Cancer, we wanted to acknowledge one of the many people that we do this charity for, which is Kathy Feely, who passed away recently, a relative of Jim Feely. Grew up a half block from the 34-lane State Bowl in Springfield and took her first job there while in high school, and worked tirelessly as a pension analyst at Mass Mutual Life Insurance Company, and continued at Empower Retirement when that division was sold at the end of 2020. Bowled in many different leagues and won roll-offs and appeared twice on Let's Go Bowling, the Springfield, Massachusetts bowling program. Was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer in 2015, and remission allowed her to enjoy many more great years of life. And Kathy enjoyed several hobbies over the years, including crochet and needlepoint, gardening, her blown glass collection, rooting for the Sox, Pats, and Celts, and played the accordion and keyboards. And her greatest enjoyment came from her children Laura and Doug and her grandson Duncan. So just a little perspective, folks, of, you know, how great it is we're able to come here and do this and raise money for a good cause with the game that we love.
Yes, thank you, Greg, for that update. Third string about to start. Shawn Baker will lead off, down 7 in the match. Lost the first 135-132. And lost the second 116-112. A couple of fun facts about Chris Sargent while waiting to start the third string. Resting his weary bones. He got drafted by the NHL's Hartford Whalers. Dan Esdale would appreciate that. And the New York Islanders. Won the ATV on a Candlepin show in the past. A lot of prize earnings over his year. Tens of thousands of dollars winning in prize money. He won a $2,000 tournament one time by getting back-to-back spread eagles for spares in the last 2 boxes of the match. Third string underway, Shawn Baker, the 5, the 6, and the 10, down 7 in the match. Final string here.
38 on that shot.
Baker trying to kick it over. Good try. That's a tough leave.
So there's another thing about speed is that, sure, it helps power down the pins, but it also improves accuracy because it's less time the ball is on the lane. It tends to result in a straighter, more accurate shot.
Baker with a 10. Start the third. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. Please help donate. Help support this great charity. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com.
It's basically a difference of a spare at this point. Tight match.
Ooh. Spread eagle. 2-4-7 left, 3-6-10 on the right. For professional bowls in Candlepin, they only convert 1% of the time. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network.
Well, we saw him make a similar shot.
Just 20% of 10 boxes.
And I wonder if he was half expecting it there. Now, 9 is the most realistic outcome out of this, but he wants every pin here to keep this match close.
And when Shawn Baker in 8, 18 through 2 here to start the third. And that Easter Classic that Shawn Baker won, Chris Sargent went 4 to 5 years. Shawn spoiled it in the third year. Chris was the runner-up the year also. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
And those pay $5,000. That was a lot of money back then, too. Chris Sargent starting his third string of 7 coming in. Drills the pocket, 9. 4-pin remains.
Our cameras was stationed this way because we had the International Candlepin Youth Bowling Association tournament just a moment ago. Ooh.
And a rare gutter ball. Picking himself in that one.
Opportunity got away there.
And this is what I call the Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third for a 10 to start the third. Even right now, box to box of 7 in the match in the final string.
Mr. I got the last strike on Candlepins for cash ever, downplaying his abilities. The other CFC.
I wasn't even bowling back then either. It's a regular league bowler when I did bowl.
You also had more of an accent in that video. It's striking.
Oh, yeah. I learned that in broadcasting school.
My
see. State candy bars commercial I did. They all made fun of me. I thought the commercial was funny. They're making fun of my accent. Spare! 20 the ball through 2. He's up 9 in the match, plus a bonus ball.
Apparently the Ohio accent is considered the most neutral of accents. That's a fact what I learned once. Probably why Mike Morin sounds good. He grew up near there in Detroit, Michigan.
And Chris Sargent, 8 spares and 2 strikes in the match. Unofficially, Baker head pin, 3-1 split. Make it a little weeble, the wobble, but it won't fall down.
I think it's worth more up than down in this case. A little better angle here, even though it's a tough shot.
2-4-7 in the 10. Tough piece of wood there. Let's see what we can do with it.
Yeah, he's waiting for that wobbling to slow down a bit. Sometimes the wobbling pin can change the physics.
Nice offer. And by rule in Candlepin, you cannot throw a ball till that wood completely stops.
Right, if it's rolling back and forth on the plate.
Shawn a 10, 28 through 3. Needs a couple of marks here.
Only 2 pins left standing, which is giving him the chance to get back in that match, but you're absolutely right, Paul. 3 splits so far.
One of the best bowlers in the game today, Shawn Baker.
Using a Cubica scoring system, so we see those garish red circles. Although, again, splits aren't everything in this game with the wood in play.
On the pin again, once again, that 5, 6, 10 ugly leave.
4 splits in a row. Now, this is an annoying one. Dan Castle famously hates this sleeve. He's got this annoying piece of wood on the right side that may jump. It's ridden up on the plate edge.
And now the wood's rolling away, making it even more difficult. I'm trying to blow it to the right, I would think. That's how I would play it. It's going left. Good try. Nothing doing. You thought the odds would be higher on that side, that's why, but nothing doing. And that wood's coming out of play. If it's past that 10-foot line, I'll have to remove that. Bob Allen will check it out here. Bob Allen works here.
That's right. There's a small line drawn right in front of the pin plate, as you were mentioning. So if any part of that pin is touching the line, which it's not, then it would have to be removed.
So the wood's still in play. And Baker ends up with a 9. So an open third string, 37 through 4. And Chris Sargent right now up 9 in the match, plus a bonus ball here in lane 9.
Big chance to pad that lead, though it's far from over.
Shawn's won 12 or so more Massachusetts and 12 more so New Hampshire state titles. WCBC Rook of the Year. On the spare, as the 4's been left, the 1, 2, 4, 7. Without wood, they go 36% of the time. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. 26 through 2, up 8 in the string, 15 in the match. 2 full that time in the head pin. Also WCBC Pro Bowl of the Year, Massachusetts Pro Tour Bowler of the Year. Nice 10. 36 through 3, up 8 in the string, 15 in the match.
No pins left standing so far. Baker's left 3, so he can grow an advantage that way as well.
Over 200 singles, 200 on the better, 14 times in his illustrious career. Over 500 for 3 strings, 13 times. Crossing over, he has the 3 and the 10. 4-time tournament champions winner on Channel 50. Was on Channel 5 3 times. Again, the first one against Jack Ray, hitting that 1-7-10. Nice shot, spare. Hit the $7,000 jackpot against Jack Ray on Channel 5. His first time on Channel 5, winning that match also.
It's not a break until you make it. Even there, it was a...
So that's 46 in the ball through 4. He's up 9 in the string, 16 in the match. Very fierce competitor, Chris Sargent. And Shawn Baker, the 1 and the 10 of his own. On paper, you may think Shawn has the advantage bowling more regularly now, but Chris is, doesn't seem like he's lost a step. He pulled a calf muscle in practice, too.
Oof.
Baker's going to need a couple of marks. Oh, wow, there's one! Clutch shot, spare!
Oh, baby.
What a shot!
The one time he doesn't hit the head pin, he makes a spare.
47.5 plus 1 here in the final string.
Not getting my breaks, I'll get my own luck, thank you very much.
4 spares, 3 strikes in the match. On the bonus, 9! Will it go? Strike on spare! Wow! 56 through 4, 66 plus 2. 36, we'll get the scoreboard correction here, that's not right on the score. Make that 57 half, 67 plus 2 through 6. Great match here, Greg. Chris Sargent on the head pin. Wood took a wrong turn, trying to go right turn Clyde. A Clint Eastwood reference to 1980 movie, Every Which Way But Loose, with the orangutan Clyde. Got the 6 on the right, the 4-7 left. That's on a spare, 53 through 4. Box to box, up 16 in the string, 23 in the match. Oh, what a bid! So close. Got right behind the 6-pin.
But look at that ball, it's still coming back this way. That's going to be a manual ball return, I think.
Missed it left for a 9. 62 half. Up 5 in the string, box to box. Up 12 in the match, whatever gets a strike. Things might get interesting here without a mark.
He's left a few of those singles here. I don't think we worry too much about that yet, but the strike could close the gap.
Sargent gets rid of the split. 10 pin left up. Missed one earlier. Try to scoot around that wood. And he capped it, got it to go.
Phew.
72 in the ball through 6, 4 boxes to go in the match. He's up 5 in the string, 12 in the match. Shawn Baker working his 4th strike in the match.
He needed that mark, Paul, and he got it. So now it seems a firm 2-mark advantage, although we have seen Shawn Baker roll a double once already.
3 strikes in that first string.
Did I mention the pins can fly?
Goes right, gets a break. The 1, 2, 4, and behind the 2 pin is the 8 pin. Some call it a sleeper pin. He's working on a strike here in lane 9 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. That looked good. Wood's coming back. Oh,
get over. You were hit.
That would have been huge. 9 in the strike, 76 through 6. 10, 86 through 7 here in the third.
He likely will need probably another mark here at the very least, because Sargent should fill this well.
In the pocket, a little thin.
It will depend somewhat on
10 goes. Here comes the wood.
Oh boy.
That's going to help in the better position now. He's got the 2 and the 7. Wood in perfect position now. And really needs this mark.
Yeah, the vertical piece of wood's aiming at the 7. Got to hit it though.
And he's got it. 96 in the ball through 8. Chris Sargent working a spare. Down 4 in the string. Up 3 in the match, but on a bonus. What a match, Greg.
You said it.
Crossing over, 8, 9.
That's a big shot there. Sargent needed to follow that up well to keep the advantage in this match, and did he ever.
6 pin remains, 81 through 6. Up 5 in the string, 12 in the match. A great spare chance here. Use the wood and won't go this time. Tough break. That's good news for Shawn Baker. The plot thickens here in Portsmouth. Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third for a 10. 91 through 7, a 5 in the string. The lead is 12 in the match for Chris Sargent, up against a spare from Shawn Baker. He has the Haverhill High School hockey record, 73 points in 1988. As a center, Division I. In college he played also. Salem State College. High school record in Massachusetts. 73 points.
Gonna need him to be a good playmaker here. Get these sticks
Tough
here.
split, almost pulled it off. Tried. That's great news. Shawn can cut the single digits now. Chris's favorite bowling moment was bowling with his father, great Hall of Famer Mike Sargent, in a doubles competition. His wife Jean Sargent is here. She works at Academy Lanes, Haverhill, Mass. And he gets a
$10. Yep.
10, so make that 101.
7 going into the game.
101 through 8, 2 boxes to go in the match. It's 12 right now, but Shawn Baker is on a spare. The strike will be huge. 2 full, 5. The lead's down to 7. He'll need at least 1 mark, maybe 2. And this will not be easy. The 2, 4, 7 left, the 6, 10 to the right. This would be amazing. It's 2 full. He's going to need a mark in the 10th.
And he needs sticks now to make sure he keeps it within that 1 mark margin.
We'll talk to the Bulls before we sign off.
8 should be fine.
Baker and 8.
Yeah. 8's fine because now the margin is 9 or so. So was, say, strike spare or spare strike, he could get right back into this. Anything less than that, and Chris Sargent will continue to have the initiative. Box
to box, Shawn's down 7, but now he's open in the 9th box. He needs a mark here in the 10th, and it's not going to be easy. Oh, he got the break. Huge break there, big difference there.
That's step
the
1.
The 2 and the 4.
That's step 1.
Needs to convert to have any chance of the match.
Oh, look where this wood is stopped, though. Right in front of the 2.
It's been close all day long. For a spare. Got it! Clutch spare in the 10th.
All right, now the second most important part.
119 in the ball. A strike would be humongous.
A strike means Sargent could not finish the game with 10s. A 9 count would similarly, we could have a roll-off if he gets a 9.
2 box roll-off if they tie. And tough fill, only 4. Not the finish he wanted. It's a chuckle out of it, exhibition match. 123, third string. Nice hand for the crowd. 367 for 3, unofficially. Chris Sargent can taste victory. 1-for-1 head-to-head match in the past.
Requires 16 pins, including the 6 he just dropped.
3-6-10 on the right, 7 left. He's got wood to help. Going for the dagger. Almost.
Not instant gratification.
Chris won the first 135-102. Won the second 116-112. 10-111.
6 pins, 6 to win.
6 to win the match. Please donate to Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com for the win!
Yep.
There it is! Chris Sargent has defeated Shawn Baker in a thrilling match here in Portsmouth.
Retired, quote unquote.
Only fitting a spare in the 10th. 121 on the ball.
Exclamation point.
Fourth spare of the string. Final box of the match. Oh, strike! Wow! What a way to finish! And now he officially retires again. What a finish! 131 for Chris Sargent. What a match, Greg.
Incredible.
Gouillart Bob Lee.
Get out there. You get out there and interview them, but unbelievable. And at the end, Chris Sargent was 8 out of 10 on a head pin in the third. With that strike at the end, he had 4 spares to go along with that in his big 131-123 victory. And on the total, he was up 15 on the day. Paul.
All right, guys. Shawn Baker, thrilling match with Chris Sargent. Both brought your A game today. Start red hot with a strike and a double strike in that first half. Your thoughts on the match today? It was a great performance, close all the way through.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. We both got off going pretty good, and then things got a little tight for both of us, I think, in the second and third game. But all in all, we were here just to have fun, support this cause, and have a good time and whatnot. And it was fun.
Good luck in the World Tournament this week, also in Haverhill.
Thank you.
All right, Chris Sargent, where's your walker?
Somewhere over there, I think, or somebody took it. I don't know.
I think you're ready to go 3 more strings.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. I'm done. I'm done.
You're done. That's it. I'm done. Mark Levin.
I'm done. Yeah. So.
Just a fitting finish for you. 13 strings in 4 years, a spare strike to put the exclamation point on at the end.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to call it quits for good. Spare strike, I'm done. So.
Thanks for supporting Candlepins for Cancer.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, thank you for watching this great game of Candlepin Bowling. Candlepinsforcancer.com. Back to Greg Gouillart.
Thanks so much, Paul. And on behalf of Paul Grant, Bob Lee, my name is Greg Gouillart. And on behalf of everyone here at Candlepin Bowling Network, thank you so much for watching this presentation of Candlepins for Cancer. And until next time, bye-bye.